Good afternoon to all of you. Honorable Tasarajan Pilechitambam, Minister of Information and Communication Technology. Mr. Vishnu Gundia, PS of the Ministry of ICT. Dr. Kisuna, Chairman of the SAR. Mr. Christian Wenberg Tugad from Oracle. Mr. Derek Booz from Oracle. Speakers from Oracle and SIL, CIO directors and managers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of SIL and Oracle to this first EGO conference with the theme Enabling the Future of E-Government. Honorable Minister, thank you for accepting our invitation to address the participants on this occasion. This certainly shows your commitment to the development and advancement of e-government in Mauritius. Ladies and gentlemen, the objective of this e-government conference is to bring together senior e-government officers, practitioners, and solution providers to facilitate mutual learning and sharing. This event will provide participants with invaluable insight on how ICT offers new possibilities and platforms for engagement with citizens and businesses so as to bring about better public service delivery. It is widely recognized that the Mauritian government has been an early adopter of ICT, and significant improvement has been achieved by various organizations through the implementation of these technologies in terms of efficiency and productivity. The continued investment in latest technologies and modernization of the IT infrastructure in government will positively impact on government long-term plans, programs, and initiatives. I would like to share with you today some of the technology that will be of strategic importance for most organizations and which IT leaders should factor into their strategic planning over the next 2 to 3 years. The first technology is about mobile device and mobile applications. It has been predicted that by 2030, mobile phone will overtake PCs as the most common web access device worldwide, and that by 2015, over 80% of the handsets sold in mature market will be smartphones. The implication of IT is that the era of PC dominance as a single platform will be replaced with post-PC era, where a variety of environments such as Windows, Android, and iOS will need to be supported. With the dominance of mobile devices on the market to access the web, the development of mobile applications will continue to experience a considerable growth. It is predicted that in the coming years, there will be a shift from native apps to web applications. Developers will also need to develop new design skills to deliver touch-optimized applications that operate across a range of devices in a coordinated fashion. Another technology that is going to change the landscape is cloud computing. The personal cloud will gradually replace the PCs as the location where citizens will keep their personal content, access their services and personal preferences, and center their digital lives. The personal cloud will entail the unique collection of services, web destinations, and connectivity that will become the home for their computing and communication activities. Citizens will see it as a portable, always available place where they go for all their digital needs. The personal cloud is therefore shifting the focus from the client device to cloud-based services delivered across devices. Government will also have to adapt their strategy for the delivery of e-services to cloud-based services. Another growing technology is big data and analytics. Big data is moving from a focus on individual projects to an influence on organization strategic information. Dealing with big volume and complex data is forcing changes to many traditional approaches. This is leading organizations to abandon the concept of single enterprise data warehouse to multiple systems. Moreover, with the improvement of performance and cost, IT department can now afford to perform analytics and simulation for every decision to be taken. Such technology in government can empower more decision flexibility at the time and place of action. With our trend, today's suppliers have more control of the solution stack and can therefore offer a complete solution in a controlled environment. Consequently, appliances are packaged together to combine hardware and software, as well as software and services to address application or infrastructure workload. We believe that such solution can bring substantial improvement in supporting government IT needs. These are some strategic technologies that have matured and become stable for wider use and adoption, which should be considered in government strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust that these 2 days will provide you with significant insight on the latest IT trend, and it will help you to have a better understanding of its impact on your respective departments. We certainly believe that the early adoption of latest technologies can make major impact to long-term organization plans and initiatives. With these words, I would like to take the opportunity to thank you for your participation in this conference. Honorable Minister, thank you again for your support. Finally, I also take this opportunity to express my appreciation to the team from SIL and Oracle for their effort in organizing this conference for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moi. I now have the pleasure of inviting the Honorable Tasarjan Pilechu Damru, Minister of Information and Communication Technology, to deliver the keynote speech.
Dr. Ashwin Kishina, the Chairman of State Informatics Limited, Mr. Ken Moi, the General Manager of SIL, Mr. Christian Wenberg of Oracle, the PS of my ministry, the CEO Mauritius Post, the Executive Director of NCB, Manager of ICT Academy, Acting Director, Managing Director of CIB, PS, distinguished guests, board members of SIL, government advisors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a pleasure, and I'm deeply honored to be here today to address you this afternoon on the occasion of the opening of the e-government workshop on the theme Enabling the Future of E-Government. I would like at the very outset to commend Oracle and the State Informatics Limited for their laudable initiative in organizing this workshop, which incidentally comes at an opportune time when my ministry is busy engaged in the elaboration of an e-government strategy for the period 2013 to 2017. E-government, as you all know, occupies a very prominent place on the agenda of this government. Why? As you all know, the vision of our Prime Minister to modernize our country, to bring more innovation. And you know, we aim at transforming Mauritius into a knowledge society and positioning our country as an ICT leader in the region. However, despite all the efforts made, the initiatives taken, and the projects implemented, we must be frank and honest to acknowledge that e-government has still not taken off as per our expectations. On ne doit pas rougir. Il y a le e-Government Readiness Index de UN en 2012 qui place Maurice à la 93e position. Et we were second in Africa. But at that time when the report was drawn, one thing that we have to acknowledge is that there was no e-payment in Mauritius, no mobile payment. All this was inexistent. Mobile application, e-services, digital signature, which we are going to introduce, and on Monday you will have a workshop on that issue. There was full access for citizens to interact with government, low fixed broadband penetration, and of course, we cannot expect a better result. But when we have the intention of doing better, I think this time we can expect to find ourselves among the best 50s, and we sincerely believe that we're going to make it. As you can see, we have just revamped our government portal, and which is run by NCB is there to look after it. And now we have better participation and interaction between citizens and the government. Our ambitious project that we had since long time, since 1995, the MNIC, National Identity Card, it is in line with what we are trying to do this year. By October, at latest, we will be in a position to issue our first ID card, which is a multi-usage card using the smart card technology. And we expect by end of 2014 to be in a position to complete the whole exercise. You know, to be more in touch with our people, to help people to understand more the delays at times when they have to lodge application for any application, any permit and all that. It takes so much time, and at times they have to go on the radio, and there, you know what happens. We are actually working on a project of setting up a call center for the government. And in this process, what will happen is that whenever somebody wants to have some information of what is happening to his application, you just call on that line, and we will see to it that you get the necessary information. And we are working on that project, bringing all the structure that it needs to be, so as we can respond as quick as possible to give people what they need. We're also looking, after we have already done our e-prison, e-agriculture, e-parliament, partly, now the e-health is on the track, e-procurement. And you know, with all these structures, I think we have good reasons to believe that we can make a better position for Mauritius in the next report that will come. As you all know, if we want to become a main pillar, we have to have, as I always say that, we have to obtain that international recognition. When you look at what Gartner, Economy, World Economic Forum, the ranking of Mauritius, we are having a very good position there, and we hope with those changes that we're going to bring, those innovations that we're going to introduce, we can expect better results. This is, gentlemen, why my ministry is coming up with a new strategy to give a new policy orientation to e-government with a view to changing the focus from a ministry department perspective to a citizen and business-centric approach. In this context, I would like to commend Director of Central Informatics Bureau and his staff for their efforts in the elaboration of the e-government strategy document. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say that I'm very happy to know the interest shown by the corporates with regards to the e-government agenda. Microsoft Corporation, in collaboration with my ministry, organized a workshop in March this year on the theme, the role of public sector in building a connected society. Oracle, in collaboration with State Informatics Limited, an agency operating under the aegis of my ministry, is organizing this workshop today. And another one will be organized by Samsung on the 17th of June 2030. Such initiative is most welcome, as it will help to enrich the debates on the subject of e-government. Either you can do so by organizing similar events or participating in the validation workshop which my ministry will be holding shortly. We would very much like to have your views on what we are proposing today to do, and also you to share your rich experience with us. The deliberation at this workshop will be taken on board, rest assured, to improve and fine-tune the e-government strategy currently in finalization phase. As you can see, whatever we do in the ICT sector, we always try to look for a consensus. That's why after having our own workshop, which the ministry organized, we have that of Microsoft, now with Oracle, with Samsung. The idea behind that is that while working that strategy, we want to give our people the best. And that's why we have taken some time. We want to have consensus, and in the light of it, we will move forward. You know, when I took office in May 2010, shortly afterwards, we found that we had to revamp our strategic plan. We introduced our new National ICT Strategic Plan for the year 2011 to 2014, early January 2011. Shortly afterwards, we came with the National Broadband Policy, which we introduced last year. And as far as I can recollect, we launched our National Broadband Policy early 2012. In October last year, I was attending a conference in Cape Town, where South Africa is leading with the special envoy of ITU to give them the necessary help so that they can work now their national broadband policy. And it's not surprising that Mauritius ranks first in Africa and 55th in the world, in the global index, as launched by the World Economic Forum. And now we want to look into our e-government strategy. And this year itself, we are going to launch it. I know we have got a first draft of the report, and now, after having had the inputs from Microsoft, from Oracle, which we will have with, together with SIL, and Samsung next week, I think we will be in a good position to present a good document to you. And we will, as I said, we will invite you in a workshop where we're going to validate, where we're going to have your views about everything before validating it. And everything I can say is in line and is under process. Gentlemen, the National ICT Strategic Plan, as I mentioned, has called for a paradigm shift in our e-government strategy that advocates placing citizens and business at the center of public service delivery. The prime objective of our e-government strategy is to formulate policies which would aim at improving effectiveness and efficiency of ministries and departments, with emphasis on improving productivity, quality, and service delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to give a new orientation and impetus to the e-government agenda, surveys have been conducted to identify the needs of the citizens, businesses, and government agencies with respect to ICT usage. In the light of the findings of these surveys, and in line with the worldwide trends in e-government, priority areas have emerged. Policy directions incorporating issues of transparency, accountability, and efficiency have been worked out. Ladies and gentlemen, our new e-government strategy will aim at bringing a paradigm shift in the manner public service oriented. And this is in line with the vision of our government, in particular the philosophy of our Prime Minister, which means put people first. And we know, we don't want to have put people first only as a concept. We want to situate that service is delivered, and at the same time, that's why by bringing structures, by setting up structures, we think we will be in a position to answer the needs of our citizens. However, most importantly, we need to have a change in the mindset at the level of decision makers. Whilst it is generally agreed that heads of ministry and department should give priority to the core business of their respective organization, they should also understand that ICT have become rather a necessary tool which can help them improve performance, increase productivity, and deliver services of a better and higher quality to the public. You know, we have to call it spade a spade. It is regretted to note that there is still some resistance to adopt and utilize the new technology, and there is a lack, I must say, there is a lack of ownership for IT projects in a number of ministries and departments, which is delaying the process for the adoption of e-government. It's hoped that with the posting of IT heads in ministries, the situation will change. In this context, I am pleased to inform that, as I can see Mrs. Rama here, I would like to say I am pleased to inform that the Ministry of Finance and Economic Development has approved the creation of 10 additional posts of project managers for the Central Informatics Bureau and 6 posts for the IT security unit. It was not that much easy to get it, but finally we get it, and I think this will help us, I know this will help us deliver in a better manner to our people. I'm happy to know that this today e-government conference is targeting decision makers in government. I hope that this conference will enable them to have a better notion of what e-government is and how the different e-government projects implemented so far, especially the IT systems put in place by the State Informatics Limited, have helped to ensure productivity gains and efficiency in each service delivery. I understand that the objective of this public sector e-government conference event is to strengthen the position of State Informatics Limited as the information technology partner of government and to provide a better framework for discussion on the local e-government roadmap. SEAL, as you know, was set up to develop software application for use in ministries and departments. SIL has, over the years, been awarded numerous contracts for important projects in government and has emerged as a leading ICT service provider in Mauritius. It is also present on the African continent, competing with major ICT companies and serving both government and private organizations alike. And what is interesting is that this is in line with the vision of the government, which wants to make Mauritius a regional ICT hub. And I know you've been in Namibia, and where you have set up a company called Silnam, and in Botswana, it's called Silbot, and there you're doing a very good job. I would like to congratulate you for the good job that is being done, and we hope that, I know you're going to move towards Mozambique and all that, and let's hope that at the end of the day we will conquer the whole Africa. Gentlemen, I'm therefore happy that SIL, along with Oracle, has taken this excellent initiative of organizing today's workshop, thus contributing to the debates on e-government. I would like to congratulate SIL and Oracle once again for such an initiative. We look forward to their continued support and collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's now time to conclude. Let me wish you all plenty of success in your deliberation, and I now have the pleasure to declare this e-government workshop officially open. Thank you for your kind attention.